everybody. I know you guys, or the people who watch me, have not seen me in a while, and that's because I haven't had internet. I just got internet back yesterday, so I was thinking that today would be a good video to make. Except I started this video without knowing what I was going to talk about. But let's just get on, and today I'm going to show you how to become a bitch. So let's just start, okay? So the first thing about being a bitch is that you have to accept the consequences of being a bitch, and you have to also look like one. I'm just kidding. You can look the same way you do. But there are a few things that you need to know about being a bitch if you really want to be one. And I wouldn't really say being a bitch as like an insult or like a bad thing, but usually sometimes when somebody's bugging you in school and you got nothing better to do, and they're being a bitch to you, you have more than the right to come back and be a bitch to them, or an asshole. It kind of just depends. But anyway, the first thing about being a bitch is that you have to be quick. Like, you can't just be like, somebody can't be like, oh, well, you're stupid, and you can be like, well, you're stupid too. That's called being a first grader, and that's called being totally pathetic, because that's ridiculous. And somebody in high school should not give you an insult like you're stupid, because that person apparently needs to go back to first grade and learn some good comebacks, or just an insult, or just learn to grow up. But come on, nobody ever grows up in high school. Most people don't, anyway. So that's the first thing about being a bitch. You gotta be quick with your comebacks. Like, just quick. Somebody says, I don't know. What's an insult that people give me? You're emo. That's one that I get all the time. And lots of times it's not really an insult, but that's not the point of being an insult. It's just the point of getting back. So if somebody says, oh my god, you're emo, you're stuck in 2005. Bitch, I'm sticking with the style, honey. I mean, it's whatever. You're emo, you're fucking normal. And we all know, or hopefully most of us know, that normal is boring. So if somebody calls you emo, you're normal. Fuck you. Or go die, or I don't know, something like that. The second thing about being a bitch is you have to have good comebacks. Like, if somebody called me emo, you'd be like, oh yeah, well, emo's cool. Emo is fucking cool. It's freaking amazing, but that's not a good comeback, because apparently emo is not cool to normal people. But that's the point. If somebody's gonna call you emo, you gotta come back with a good comeback. You can't come back with, oh yeah, well, emo's cool. They know emo's cool, they just won't admit it. But that's the point. Like, the comebacks have gotta be good and they gotta be quick. And that's two ways to be a bitch. There's not really many ways to be a bitch. And the two consequences, there's only two consequences to being a bitch. The first consequence is that it is possible that you will make yourself look like a fucking moron. I've done it many times. I still do it today. If somebody gives you an insult and you just want to be a bitch back, that's totally normal. I mean, it's kind of like why you're watching this video, because this video is going to be titled How to Be a Bitch. But anyway, that's the point. Is that sometimes you'll make yourself look like a fucking moron because somebody will give you an insult and you'll give them an insult back, and then you're like, and then like 5 minutes later you'll be like, wow, that was a horrible insult, but I got them to leave me alone. And then you'll think, holy freaking Jesus. No freaking way, I could have said that. Like, sometimes in your mind there would be a good comeback that you could have said that would have been so much better than the comeback that you did say, and then again, that person could say something back, and then you could use that. So it's kind of like, it's not really a consequence, but it's kind of a consequence and a step up, because it could have been an advantage to you, because if they say something back, you could just say that. And the last and final consequence of being a bitch is that it will get you in trouble. So if you don't like being in trouble, you want to be a little goody two-shoes, then don't learn how to be a bitch, because to be a bitch, you're going to get in a lot of trouble. Kind of depends on what you say. I've gone in trouble several times because I'm a bitch. It's because my mouth. I have a bad mouth. I am bad mouth. I cannot tell you how many times I've gone in trouble for telling people off or for just being a flat bitch. So the consequence of being the consequence of being a bitch is that you're going to get in trouble. So yeah, guys, that's how to be a bitch. I'm really sorry about this video, and I know it kind of sucks, but I promise I will come back with better videos, and when I make another video, I will have an idea of what I'm going to do. So I hope you enjoyed this. Happy bitching. Bye!